I'm going to show you how you can go into the settings of ChatGPT, look at its memory about you, make sure it's accurate, and how to edit it. And most important, if you don't like the memory, turn it off. And then we're going to go through how to train your AI so it can work best for you. All right, let's start right at the beginning. Let's talk about memory. ChatGPT remembers all kinds of stuff about you. But what is it actually remembering? Well, let's take a look at how to get there. Let's go all the way up here to the top right icon where it shows your login symbol here. Go ahead and click on that. Let's go down to settings. And let's go over to personalization. Boom, here's the memory. We can go here, right here to manage. And these are the things that is learned about me on my Pathway to Leadership ChatGPT. It basically says that I'm the founder of Pathway to Leadership, over 35 years of experience in leadership. I like the color blue. I don't know how it picked up on that, but I was having it do some images. So I think it kind of learned that I like the blue images because, well, that's the logo color of Pathway to Leadership. I really love Jeeps, and I drive a Jeep JK. And that I was in the Air Force as an F-15 crew chief. So I've used the ChatGPT on the Pathway to Leadership login a lot for various different reasons. So when ChatGPT finds a piece of information it finds useful that it can reference in the future, it's going to commit it to memory. However, it's not always right. You want to go here and you want to delete the things that are like completely wrong. And so you can just go to one of these categories and let's just say, I don't like the color blue. I can delete that and just hit delete and I'll tell it to forget that. That's not right. It's gone. I don't like that color. And when it comes up again, I'll check it later. So anyways, I can do that. And down here, I can go ahead and clear memories completely, make it go blank. Wish I could do that with my dog. Start all over sometimes, but with ChatGPT, you can do that. I can clear its memories out completely. Clear memory. It's all gone. Now, another thing, if you're not comfortable at all with the memory data mining that ChatGPT does, don't fear. You can shut it off. Just go right here to the memory. There's a button right here that you can toggle on and off. Now, keep in mind, when you toggle it off, it's done. Okay? It's not going to record anything else, but it will keep the memory that it's already banked on you. It's just not going to create more memories moving forward. So if you're not comfortable, you can shut it off. And if you're not comfortable with the information it still knows about you, make sure you go down here to the red button and clear the memory. All right. If you got some more tricks and tips about memory, go ahead and put it in the comments below. I love reading the comments. And who knows, you'll be teaching me some things or two about the memory side of ChatGPT. Okay, memory is all great and everything like that. It's a tool that you can use. I hope you use it to your advantage. If not, shut it off, move forward. And you don't need memory. The bad side about it is you're going to have to teach ChatGPT a little bit every time that you interact with it. What I mean by that is the word prompting. Prompting is what you basically type in to ChatGPT that it's going to answer whatever you put in there, or it's going to interact with whatever you put in there. So let's go ahead and take a look. So let's go ahead and bring that screen back up. Here we go here. All right, so for instance, proper prompting. All right. If you were going to ask somebody a question, would you just go on the street and ask some random person about quantum physics? Of course not. I mean, you would if you had a YouTube channel and that's how you got your views. But in this case, if you really needed to get an answer about quantum physics, you'd probably want to go talk to a mathematician or a person that specializes in that field. We're going to keep it really simple. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about mowing lawns, and it sounds silly, but just bear with me. So we're over here in our prompt. What we're going to do is we're going to start the prompt with giving ChatGPT a persona. So you are a lawn mowing expert. All right. And you're just going to put punctuation helps, believe me. We'll get into that in some later videos. So we just told ChatGPT who they are. Next, I am going to give a class about how to properly mow a lawn using a push mower. Excuse my typing. I've got, as you can see, I've got my spell check. So give a class properly mowing a lawnmower. All right. So now I gave it a persona. I'm telling it what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell it my audience. My audience is 7th graders. 7th graders, comma, who have never mowed a lawn. Now, here comes the question, or here's where you ask GPT for its help. Please give me a detailed lesson outline that I can use to present this class. Now, it doesn't end there. You'd think we're done. And again, sorry about the typos. Let's get that straightened out. Well, that's okay. We want to end it with, please ask me more questions if you think it is necessary. Okay, there we go. And I'm trying to type and be on camera and everything like that. All right, I'm making excuses. Enough with that. No more excuses. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and hit this arrow up and let's see what ChatGPT does. Again, while it's doing its thing, you are a lawn mowing expert. We gave it that persona. We told ChatGPT what I'm trying to do. We told ChatGPT what the audience is going to be. And then we told ChatGPT, hey, if you get any more questions about what I'm asking, go ahead and ask those questions. So you can see it just went out and it built everything. So prompting at this point, because we don't have anything committed to memory, in my life and the things that I do, I'm bouncing around from subject to subject. I'm not in one simple category all the time. So memory can sometimes get in the way. So in most cases, I keep the memory off. I've got several login accounts to ChatGPT, and I know which one to use. So my pathway to leadership will be ChatGPT when I'm working on leadership items. I've got another ChatGPT that I'm working when I'm dealing with a VA or VA related items like that. So those memories are really good at that point. But as you can see, the ChatGPT that I just did, I just trained it by just simply putting together the right formula of prompting. So I encourage you, you can go to YouTube and you can look up proper prompting techniques. This is going to help you so much to learn how to actually interact with ChatGPT. Let's say we're going to create a workbook and hand it out to the 7th graders and we want some type of illustration on the front. We can very easily, without going outside of the chat, ask ChatGPT to put together a graphic for the cover of a workbook to accompany this lesson. So how does that happen? Well, let's take a look at that. We're going to go back into our prompt and we're going to say, please generate an image for a workbook cover that the kids will enjoy. Again, here I am doing it again. Gosh. Okay, let's do that. All right, so let's go ahead and see what it does. Now, on the free version, you get so many images, and then it's going to tell you you're out of images for the day. But it's really good. It's a good tool. You want to stay inside of the chat that you're already doing. Look at this. That's just perfect. Lawn mowing workbook. That's pretty cool. 7th graders, they'd love that. See, I could just take that, download it up here, okay, put it on a workbook, and then we can put that all together. So, all right, you now have learned more than 90% of people that are using ChatGPT today. Congratulations. Now we're going to take a deep dive into how to personally train your ChatGPT so it can be the best personal assistant you've ever had. So before we go any further, what we want to do is we want to start out with a clean slate. We want a blank ChatGPT. In our ChatGPT for Pathway here, the memory is turned off. We already have a chat. So if we start prompting with this chat still being open, it's going to remember this current chat. So what we want to do is we want to go to the top left and we want to hit this little icon up here. And when we select that, it's going to give us a clean slate No memory, no nothing, just a brand new chat to start with. Now, like before, we're going to go up here to the top right, and what we're going to do is we're going to simply go over to Settings, Personalization, and now if you remember where I showed you at the beginning of the video how to turn this thing on and off, we're going to turn the memory on. Boom. The memory, armed and dangerous. Okay, you don't have to do this, but it's good to know that you can, because if you're a leader and you're working with people that are struggling with ChatGPT and it's getting a bunch of weird stuff back and forth, you'll know how to train a ChatGPT, or at least go in here and shut it off. So now that we have the memory turned on, we're going to go ahead and give the very first and most important prompt to start ChatGPT learning about you. We're going to go ahead and paste this in, and it's, I would like to get to know each other so we can work together better. Can you ask me some questions that you think are important to keep in your memory for the future? Let's start that dialogue. So it's going to start generating questions that it thinks are important, like we just said. So it starts to talk to you like a human. This is where it's like the freak out thing. So just don't freak out. It's designed to talk to you like it's an actual person or a personal assistant. So don't freak out. Okay. And just because it asks all these questions doesn't mean you have to give all the answers to them. You can skip some. But what Chat says is, hey, that sounds great. I'd like to ask a few key questions to understand you better. Feel free to answer as much or as little as you like, and I'll remember relevant details to help our future conversations. So you can go through these different, it just gave me 7 here. Do you have any professional field or industry you work in? Are there any topics you'd like me to avoid, or anything you feel strongly about? So that's really important. If you're working for certain organizations, let's just say you work for a religious organization, you would want your ChatGPT to respond to you. It would align with your beliefs, and not that it would change the answers. It won't change the answers. It'll just bring the answers back to you in a way that's in an alignment in the way that you believe. Just like if you put in here that you're an auto mechanic, it's going to talk to you as it feels, an auto mechanic would understand the answers better. So it's good to go through, pick and choose the answers that you want to give, elaborate, go deep. Some you just want to answer. If it says, hey, what's your favorite color? Like, for instance, it thought earlier in the video that my favorite color was blue. That's incorrect. It's green. And next week it could be yellow. I don't know. But to be honest with you, I never really thought what my favorite color is. Perfectly honest. I just picked blue. Whatever. But anyways, so you can do this. Now, here's where it becomes interesting. You can ask ChatGPT to actually think for itself. So what's interesting is this part, it kind of gets you thinking, okay? Some of my students, I will actually have them put this into the chat box and see what we got going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and paste this prompt in. And it says, if you could give yourself a name, what would you like to be called? It wants to be called Nova. Short, memorable, and it has a nice futuristic ring to it. What do you think? Or would you rather a name that it's asking me if I want to name it myself? No, I'm going to stick with Nova. And here we're going to go ahead and do this. Okay, Nova, if you had an image of yourself, what do you look like? And we're just having fun here, okay, just for yourself. But, just like a dog, all right, you give your dog a name. All right, so for instance, for my Pathway to Leadership chat, if I choose to keep it, I'm going to go ahead and it's going to be called Nova. Does it make a difference? No, it just makes it fun. Let's have some fun. But, does ChatGPT think it has an image of itself? Well, we're going to find out. Let's see what ChatGPT thinks it should look like. I'm trying to type over my microphone here. Make a JPEG of yourself. All right, so now we'll get a picture. Sorry about that. So now it's thinking, it's saying, all right, this is going to be a picture of me, and now we'll have a picture of your personalized assistant. And it will be G-rated, I promise. There you go. There's Nova, our ChatGPT. Is that cool? So anyways, where I'm going here is the more you interact with its memory, the more it knows about you. It knows how you communicate. It will know these are very specific for you. So I'm going to put in here the website to Pathway to Leadership, which is path2lead.us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, please look at this website and remember certain things about John Gagnon. All right, so we're going to put that in there, and it's going to go to that website. I've got to put the website in, www.path2lead.us. All right, there we go. And now it's going to go to the website, and it's going to learn things about me. There, memory updated. So before we close out today, we're going to do one last thing. Let's go ahead and take a look at the memory that we've built. We're going to go back to settings. We're going to go back to personalization, and we're going to go to manage memories. And there it has it. It knows. And if I would have answered all those questions, it would have had all of those answers here, and it would help me interact with ChatGPT much better in the future. And again, I'm going to clear the memories right here because this was just for today. I don't want you to freak out about what it remembers. Okay, remember, bottom line, you can turn it off and you can turn it on, and you can edit the memories if you think they're wrong. All right, I'm John with Pathway to Leadership. I hope you enjoyed today, and I will see you next time. All right, and remember, the thing about Pathway to Leadership is learn and teach